If you remember my last video, I showed making this jig to size proper half lap or extra large dado cuts, and it works really well. I'm very pleased with that. And one thing I didn't realize until just now is that this cut is the exact width of the dado blade, so there's really no need for me to gauge that. All I need to do is loosen this up, stick something in here, and then flush it up, like, or stop it there, lock it down, and that is my offset for my dado stack, which I have at 5/8, and I'll explain to you why I do that here in a minute. So 5/8 allows me to use my washer here along with my arbor nut. There's about 3 threads there using the nut. If I put another blade in there, or another chipper I should say, I cannot use this washer. There's just not enough thread there. So this is why I like to use just a 5/8. I'm able to use the washer and the arbor nut. It's just a better fit in my mind. So with this new Bridge City tool setup that I just got the other day, you have to calibrate that offset by making a gauge block. And I save my blocks. This is an 1/8 inch dado, or 1/10 of an inch. Here's a 1/4 inch dado cut here. This is my red Diablo, and then here's my latest blade that I bought, which is a Lights combo blade. So I save those and keep them in a drawer, and I need to make one for this. So I'm just going to take a piece of Baltic birch plywood, run it through my stack. Should have put something on the back here. Now I need to cut this off and let it drop down and glue it here. I've been using tape on some of my other ones, but it's best just to put a little dab of glue, I think. Let it settle down, and then I can cut this off. Okay, so you make your cut, and if you get confused or your block gets away from you, it might be a good idea to put a witness mark on here to keep it straight, but I know that I've got this where it needs to be, and this just slides straight down and gets glued in place right here. Right, now that I got my block glued back on, and I did do a little cosmetic work here just with some glue and sawdust to make sure that that doesn't splinter on me. Now I need to calibrate my offset for my dado stack, and to do that I just loosen that orange knob, set that on here, lock it down. And this is one thing that you got to be careful not to do, is get it a little cockeyed, but that feels pretty good to me right there. So that's my dado stack offset. Next thing to do is to calibrate the board. And the other thing you want to make sure is that this is fully seated, which it was. So there's 2 rare earth magnets here, and there's one on this stop block that comes with this, which is really nice, so that it gives you a positive mate when you flip this thing around, which I like. This is really nice. So now I'm going to calibrate it to the same board I used in my other video. So loosen the gray knob. Make sure. Set this on the board. Lock it down. and we're good to go. So width minus the dado stack. I can set that up on my fence. So let me get that set up for you. All right, I got my fence locked with my first cut. So I'll set my stop block here. And this works out really well too with this setup on my fence. I'll set that there, bring the orange piece up for which will be the long cut, meaning that I'll move the fence in this direction. I should say the first cut, it'll be the first cut will be here. Okay, bring my stop block up, lock that down, make sure there's no wiggle room in there, which there isn't, and I'm good to go to make my first cut. Then what I'll end up doing is rotating this like so, sliding my fence over until I get a positive lock here, and that's my my last cut. Okay, so I've got it set for the first cut. There's really no need for me to roll this back over. I'll just leave it there. Then when I get ready to go, you'll just see me move the fence. But now you know the action that's happening on this end. Okay, first cut. See how we did. Now that is snug. Very, very snug. I would call that perfect. I don't say that word too often. That is perfect. First time right out of the box. So I kind of had mixed results. You know, I shouldn't say mixed. I had good results with this. I probably could get perfect results as well with a little playing around. So for $100, I believe this was. This is a very nice tool for doing this kind of work. Kerf Maker 2, Bridge City tool, Kerf Maker 2. Beautiful fit. Thanks for watching.